Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 33. And listen, live your life, right? Life is short. It's like, we live a life that we never really wanted to live, right? We work jobs that we don't like. We stay in relationships that are toxic, right? We never take the vacation we always wanted to take. We take the safe vacation, the vacation that we do every year, or the one that is the easiest instead of maybe planning a little bit better so we could take the dream vacation that we always wanted to take, right? They say the graveyard is the richest place on earth because that is where you will find the dreams and the hopes and the visions that went to the grave with them, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, right? The dreams and hopes that people had, and they never fulfilled them. And if you ask any elderly person if they could do it all over again, most of them would more than likely say, "Listen, I would have did that thing that I wanted to do," right? So ask that person on the date, plan out that dream vacation, right? Start the business, write the book, all those things that you want to do it, right? Sometimes, hey, it's going to be hard. It's not always going to be easy. You got to plan for it, but take the first step. That's what Martin Luther King said. He said, "Don't worry about the staircase." I'm paraphrasing. He said, "Just take the first step," right? If you're looking at the staircase, it can be overwhelming. But if you just take that first step, then you take the next step and then the next step. Or as Will Smith said, lay the brick as perfectly as you can lay it. Just keep laying those bricks, and then you step back and you built the whole house, right? So I'm saying, what I'm basically saying is, let's give it everything we have. Let's live this thing called life. Life is what we all have. Style is the way we choose to live it. Let's live a lifestyle instead of just living, right? Living to work and working to live. This podcast is all about. It's code freedom. It's having freedom, being able to do the things you want to do, not the things you have to do. Being able to do the things you feel like you're called to do, not having to consult with your bank account, not having to consult with your boss, not having to consult with anybody, but just being able to do it. Now, this is not a license to live recklessly, but we can live that life that we really want to live if we just plan it a little better, if we just work a little smarter instead of working harder, right? If we really investigate, study, ask more questions, find people who are already living that life that we want to live, we can have it, right? Why are you still at that job? If you hate it, if you can't stand it, why are you still there? Why are you still in that relationship? And now, don't get me wrong, if you're married, hey, get some counseling, work that thing out, right? You can still make it, right? There's still hope. But if it's at a point where it's toxic, then you got to evaluate what are you doing? What are you still in it for? Does that make sense? So, I want you to not take it to the grave. I want you to live it up, live your life, and when it's time, be empty. Don't be full, right? When you wanna give it all, lay it all on the field, right? Lay it all on the field and say, "Listen, I have no regrets." Right? I took the chance. I took the risk. To me, the biggest risk is not taking a risk at all. The biggest risk is wondering 10 years from now, man, I wonder if I had have done this, where would I be? Right? And so, listen, any 5 years and you can change your life. 3 to 5 years and everything can change. It could be drastically different than the last 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, right? It just takes a decision. It's just about deciding and planning and working, right? Working smarter and not harder, figuring it out, right? And so, again, life is short. And we don't want to be working to live and living to work and working to live. We don't want to be um, dreaming about something that we can make happen, right? We want to make it a reality. And so that's what this podcast is about. It's about freedom. It's about being able to be in that position. And so we have to consciously be aware of where we sit, where we stand, right? And don't get me wrong, I still got some things I need to get done, right? But that's why one of the reasons why I started this podcast is because it was on my list. Guess what? I got a few other things I need to start this year, and mark my words, they will get done, right? Because I'm taking my own advice, and I am not. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it all on the field. I'm giving it everything I got, and I want you to do the same. I want you to live a life that you're proud of, that you can be excited about, that you get joy in the morning. You get excited about it because you designed it that way. Maybe you want to go to the movies at noon, right? Maybe you want to live by the beaches of the world. Maybe you want to take that dream vacation to Dubai or I don't know, wherever you want to go, Bora Bora or whatever, right? But the key is you gotta plan it. You gotta design it. You are the author. You are the director of the movie, and you are the star also, right? You get to be both, right? And you get to control it. You get to design it. It gets to be exactly how you wanted it to be, right? Not how someone else wanted it to be. And that's what we do sometimes. We sometimes live lives that somebody else wanted us to live, right? Who told you you had to take that job? Who told you you had to be in this career? Who told you you had to live in this city, right? Who told you you had to, be with that person if you just really don't want to be with that person, right? So again, evaluate some of these things, look at some of these things, and all I'm saying is live your life. And let me just say this once again, because I want you to not misunderstand me. I am in no way, shape, or form saying live a reckless life and just make overly obnoxious and rambunctious decisions without consequences, because everything has consequences, right? However, what I am saying is, hey, we can do more than we think we can, right? We really can. If we believe we can, number one, and then we plan for it and we work for it. Just go out there and put the work and have some purpose behind it, have some meaning behind it, so that you can live a full and complete life. So listen, I hope you guys got some value from this. Share it with a friend, and can't wait to see you all on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.